Good evening, SpeedGaming, and welcome to another matchup of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament, all boards, no swords, here in 2022. Tonight, Game 2 of the quarterfinal matchup between CaptainGreen7 and chessjerk. Joining me in the booth tonight, bbq.gov. Good evening.
Evening, Phoenix. This promises to be a really exciting match 2 of 3, potentially, between CaptainGreen7 and chessjerk. Before we forget, because this match is going to start in a matter of moments, for those of you who are interested in signing up for the SG Live 2022 Z1R Randomizer Tournament, the clock is very much ticking on signups for that. Signups are due, I believe, by 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight, so that's just under 2 hours. If you're interested in signing up, it promises to be a lot of fun, so make sure you get your signups in for that.
Absolutely, and we will be getting underway with this race rather shortly. What do you think we're starting here tonight, BBQ?
Well, one of the flags that was turned on for the Elite Eight is the ability to start pretty much anywhere on the map. One of the matches I watched last night was up by the waterfall, and that's kind of where we start here, just one east of vanilla level 5.
We'll start with the traditional 3 Triforces. I believe that is 3, 6, and 8 here tonight.
Yeah, having 8 as one of your starting Triforces is intriguing. Well, okay, if we're just going to give them Blue Candle up on the Lost Hills, then all right. But having level 8 be one of the 3 Triforces is interesting because there are two items in level 8, and it's a big dungeon, so that puts some additional intrigue on the question of, do the runners dig 8, and if they do, how much time do they invest in 8?
Very true. chessjerk CG7, apologies, using the candle boost to great effect, finding level 7 in the waterfall.
Yeah, and this would normally be a very inconvenient location to have level 7, but you're 3 screens away from your start screen, so in actuality, you can come back more or less anytime you want. So I'm not at all surprised, given that the Captain Green is going to save that for another time and hope maybe he only has to dig a little bit of that.
chessjerk looks like they're prioritizing the overworld exploration, and in particular the Armos locations. There's a free item in there somewhere, and we don't know what it is, so could be huge.
Yeah, a lot of our runners have prioritized Armos checks early, even starting far on the other side of the world. So not at all surprised chessjerk is hitting those 3 spots when you can knock out 60% of them. You're right here. He's not found anything so far, but we are going to get a coast check here in a second. Okay, some light reading material on the coast, so that's going to be interesting. chessjerk has not seen he's going to retry here. He has not seen the blue candle up at vanilla level 5, so he doesn't know. He's going to know now that he can get the blue candle. Meanwhile, Captain Green is checking any road spots, one of which was one of our 2 raft location spots.
We also know now that the Grave Armos is going to have the Armos item in this run.
Well, we did want a spicy run, and having your free item under the Armos be the one that's the furthest away from where you start, that's a good start to some spice.
On another piece of spice right there?
Oh, I missed it. What was it?
Red Gorillas go down to a candle.
Okay, so I was just going to ask you how Captain Green got 8 bombs. I think that was probably the answer then.
It's quite likely, actually, seeing as the enemies and bosses have rolled minus 4 HP in this flag set.
Yeah, the +/-4 is a change from the Swiss rounds, and I believe the early portions of the bracket stages, as chessjerk's going to keep firing and keep farming bombs here outside of level 7 to try to get some explosive materials. But yeah, that is one of the changes for the brackets, is the +/-4 HP on the enemy is randomized instead of 2. Another fun change we're going to see once we start digging dungeons. For the Elite 8, second quest enemies are on, as well as second quest rooms. That includes red bubbles, which are annoying when you play vanilla Second Quest anyway. And if you're playing Second Quest, why do you do that to yourself? But the curse for having been touched by a red bubble in these flags is not being swordless, which doesn't matter in a swordless seed. We get one of my second favorite thing in Randomizer, which is slow link.
Good old half-speed link, and that can cause a whole lot of problems right there, as CaptainGreen7 also found level 3 up in Seaside.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's not going to dig it. And, well, okay, that's a level 7 we see on chessjerk's side. What in the heck is that?
34 Rooms of Pain.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how deep chessjerk's going to dig here. If I'm naming the ink blot, that looks like a warthog that's running to the left.
At least we've got blue bubbles in the dungeon near the red ones.
And a lot of them, it looks like. It's like, okay, well, nothing up in the tuft of hair that is the warthog that's running. So chessjerk's going to take this turnstile room down to the south and see what he can find.
Also to note, if you've been paying attention, the overworld set here is the first quest mixed overworld, as CaptainGreen7 just used the burn bush at vanilla level 8 in first quest and found out, well, it's not there.
Yeah, that is another thing that is turned on for these flags that is going to create some more problems for the runners, because it removes some checks that they have to do, but it creates a lot more checks that could potentially hold levels, that could potentially hold items, that could potentially hold money. All right, Captain Green is over on West Death Mountain, so he's got bombs, so he's gonna check stuff while he's here. He sees the arrow shop, and those are pricey arrows.
Those are pricey arrows, but look at that bait at minimum price of 40.
Yeah, in the match last night, Boof and Boom was really jonesing for a bait block. Is the bait block still as satisfying when bait is minimum priced?
The bait is always satisfying if it's in the right spot.
Okay, yeah, that's the key. Is there is a bait room, but more often than not, well, there's our Armos item, and it's moderately helpful.
Actually, I almost forgot another flag. The Armos item in the Elite 8. Actually, wait, no, that's in another flag set. My apologies.
No, but you did remind me of one thing, which is that in the bracket stages, including in this round, the red candle is mixed in with all the other shuffled items. In the Swiss rounds, the white sword item was guaranteed to be the red candle. That is not guaranteed here, as CaptainGreen7's level 5 on southwestern Death Mountain.
I believe that was vanilla 6, actually?
I think you're right, yeah. The question is going to be here, do those Vyers go down to one bomb shot? They do! They don't go down to a candle shot, but they do go down to a bomb shot. This first stair in level 5 is always the transport, and of course it's the transport here.
It happens so often that you find a staircase, like 1 or 2 rooms into the entrance of a dungeon. You get so excited thinking, hey, early item, we're going to get somewhere, and of course not.
It never is. Frustratingly so. And it's always 5 where that happens, because of the big dungeons, it's the smallest big, I guess, the least extra large. So, you're thinking, oh, if I get an early item, I can zip on out of here, and then it never works that way.
Well,
okay. Wow, that was it. He thought he needed 2 bombs for that Aquamenus. He did not. Well, we have a segmented 5.
It's got a little bit of spice to it again.
And on chessjerk's side, that's a pricey bomb upgrade. If that is only +2, that's not going to be fun for the runners.
I was going to say those runners are going to have words with us at the end of this one.
Well, I think neither you or I rolled this seed, right?
I did not touch this seed.
Yeah, me either. So we have plausible deniability. That's good.
Fair enough.
Interesting heart container availability early on. Normally, chessjerk has the meme with the gotta have heart, but both our runners have enough hearts to, now that they've picked up the heart container in 5, that they can, they will be able to pick up the white sword item regardless of what it is, if and when they find it. Okay, is this the stair that has the item in 5? It is. It's a non-traditional banana color, but it certainly will be useful this early in the match.
There's a saying that's been going around recently, and I'll have to agree with it. The best boomerang you find is the first one you find.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Especially in swordless, and especially with this flag set where you're going to be resource strapped, particularly early. Yeah, you take whatever you can get that will provide you any offense, and you run with it. chessjerk, oh, he's up to 7 hearts already. Oh, this is great. He's living up to the meme.
Hey, not getting taken down? That's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. All right, chessjerk's going to pick up the key there. He's going to push the block here and get his pretty good news. Gotta have Australian weaponry.
Yes, absolutely. And shout outs to Cammy and Redux for doing the tracking here tonight. Thank you for that. And, well...
Oh, that is mildly trolly. You spend some time, you pick up the blue boomerang, and hey, guess what? We have your white sword item that you have the hearts for. Oh, wait, you literally can't use it.
That was well timed there by the seed. That was painful.
Painful for the runners. That was enjoyable. So I'm going to enjoy that on a Friday night as Captain Green jumps into level 3, which is just 3 screens away from the runner's start screen, and he's going to see if he can do any damage with the boomerang that he has. He's able to stun the virus, but that's about it.
There's always the chance that they rolled -4 to get to 0 HP.
There is. And we know they go down to a bomb shot, which is good news for Captain Green, especially because he knows he has this bomb refill in the Aquaminus room right here. As chessjerk gets his bad news about the white sword item.
I'm more surprised that he didn't burn it, but then again, there's a place for memes, and quarterfinal matchup with your tournament life on the line, not quite worth it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. No need to take any chances here, as we found with the first race between these two runners, which was last night. Every second can count in when you're playing the caliber of opponent that remains in this tournament. So, yeah, no time for messing around. Get what you need and get out. Here's a staircase in level 3. Is this our item? It is, and that is a locksmith's dream.
That is, if I'm CaptainGreen7 right now, I am just smiling. That is one problem out of the way completely for the remainder of the seed.
Yeah, we have not seen. We've only seen the medium secret so far. Right? chessjerk's in level 6. We should mention that. But yeah, we have not seen the big secret, so we don't know if this is going to be a tight money seed or a Scrooge McDuck seed or what we're up against. But knowing that potentially having to buy keys is not on the table, good news for both runners. Level 9 is in the forest at the vanilla potion spot.
Absolutely, that's an interesting find there. chessjerk getting their 4th key, but pretty soon we're going to stop caring about the number of keys. At least, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think chessjerk's been in level 3 at all. So, yeah, I expect once he starts to dig it, that he'll get the good news. There's some bombs way, and this is the one benefit of the main benefit of the blue boomerang is you can reach all across the screen to pick up items like that. Captain Green didn't need to pick up that bomb pack, but if he did, with the blue boomerang, he's able to do that. So interestingly, both our runners are taking some time early to dig a dungeon where they already have the Triforce in the hopes of scoring a quick item and maybe picking up something that they think their opponent might not.
Well, in the case of chessjerk, that's heart container number 8 already.
Yeah, even for chessjerk, that's a lot of hearts early.
Captain Green finding the large secret of 142 on the coast and saying, you know what, 40 bucks for a bait? Yeah, sure, anytime. As well as the arrows. Both of them are picked up. He's set for a little while on items.
Yeah, that's a great... Oh, here's level 4 on Captain Green's side. This is interesting.
Another thing to note, I believe the forced overworld block is on in this flag set, isn't it?
I think you're right. So we have seen 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 so far. We've not seen... and 9. We haven't seen 1, 2, or 8. At least one of those will be overworld blocked by something. Now, in first quest, as chessjerk's going to take a peek here in this staircase and find it's the transport. And Captain Green gets his map in level 4, and I'm not quite sure what that is. But if it's first quest overworld, there are 7 potential spots that can be overworld blocks. With second quest overworld on, that number goes up quite a bit. I don't know the exact number, but I want to think it's at least 10 more.
We're up to like 20 spots. 2 for the raft, I believe it's 10 for the recorder, and 8 for the power bracelet.
Okay. I trust your math. It's Friday night, I'm not doing math.
I'm doing approximate numbers.
Okay. That is the perfect amount of math to do, as chessjerk finds the item in 6, and speaking of clearing second quest overworld spots, that's an item that will come in very handy.
Once again, those dungeons that we already have the Triforces for, they're paying off in spades.
Yeah, and this could pay off significantly for chessjerk if... and by the way, there can be more than one overworld block dungeon. But if the recorder is what is our overworld block, that recorder's in a dungeon that Captain Green might not dig until he absolutely has to. So that could be a significant advantage for chessjerk.
Rank 6 is the largest dungeon of the first 8x16 block. I would have to agree with you.
Well, there's a bomb upgrade, and we know that's the magical sword bomb upgrade. If anyone's going to have the hearts to be able to pick it up eventually, it's chessjerk. But he doesn't have enough yet. As Captain Green, he took a death to the traps. They're in level 4, so he'll go back to start. But this map's fairly manageable. While we're sitting here, I should try and figure out what 4 looks like.
Only 18 rooms.
Yeah, that's not bad, and it's not segmented. And he's already seen a significant amount of the level, so he should be coming up on his item here any minute. He knows this is not the item room, so there's only a few levels left that he hasn't, or rooms left that he hasn't seen. 4's a baby squid, maybe?
Also, another quick thing to note, chessjerk just opting for the blue ring purchase.
Well, he was up to 255, and yeah, that's great. Oh, hello, Bo.
Speaking of great, right?
That's an excellent find. And Captain Green bought arrows a few moments ago when he was down in the southern part of the forest. So he has instant repeatable offense, not against the enemies in this room, but against most enemies.
Speaking of repeatable offense, that is going to be one of the 3 critical items in this seed. I say 3 because, of course, we're looking for the bow, of course, we're looking for the silvers, but we're also looking for the wand, which is the only weapon that's going to deal damage to Ganon.
100% right. We have seen not hide nor hair of the wand at this point. You need all 3 to beat the game, and yeah, both runners are going to have their hands full getting their hands on all 3 items. Well, Captain Green's been in just about every room in here. He hasn't found the Triforce yet. No, if this seat is being as trolly as we hope, it'll be right here in this Chevy room. Nope, that's just a key.
You and me, that's this room alone with the blue darkness. That's trolly enough, isn't it?
Ooh, yeah, it is just gross. On 8 bombs? Ugh. Yeah, 8 bombs, no wand, pass. Alright, Captain Green's gonna find out where his Triforce is here in a second. He's gonna do a nice candle boost to get that information. Oh, and he's gotta clear this room to get there.
Not that bad, considering these red darkness do drop the bombs.
They do, and he got a very nice... Oh, well, they're gonna troll him there. But he did get a nice bomb drop in killing that first set of 3.
We're continuing on that meme journey. That's number 9.
All right, Triforce in 4. Captain Green is done with level 4. He is the first on the board with Triforce.
20 minutes in, that feels kind of nice.
Yeah, so Phoenix, if you're the runners, you're 20 minutes in. You've got you got the any key. You know where a lot of dungeons are. You've got some modicum of offense that you can use to get around, and money hasn't been a problem. Are you feeling pretty good so far, or are you waiting for the doom to approach around the corner?
Part of me's feeling good if I'm on CG7's side. Not so much if I'm chessjerk. Like, you're up against a solid runner in Captain Green, and you know you're down 1-0. You've got the recorder, which your opponent might not have. You've got now location on level 8, which you're gonna also dig. Oh,
Here we go.
I think they're gonna pass on that one, and they.
Yeah, even with blue ring, that first room, you see that, you're like, oh no, that's not gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna go with, yeah, that's a hard pass. I'm not coming back here anytime soon.
Yeah, and thinking about it a little bit, I mean, if you're chessjerk and you already know you just got an item out of a dungeon that you don't need to get the Triforce out of, an item that you have a strong likelihood of needing to complete the seed to find a blocked level. Yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense to me that you would kind of put 8 off as long as you can, given what you just saw.
We're down to 2 levels that could be blocked, and should chessjerk find either one, that's when I'd start feeling good.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not particularly feeling good about the flute tune, but that's just me.
It's not just you; it's me too.
Okay, good. I feel better. Okay, chat's mentioning that you put the combination of 142 for the large secret, 31 for the mid, and 14 for the small, and door repairs being normal door repair charges. We're not looking at a poverty seed here, which is good news for the runners, and provides further justification for chessjerk's decision to go ahead and buy the blue ring early. And that's it. That's the first. Is that our first bomb shop there? Just one north of Vanilla Start?
I think you're right. Only a 10% discount, but hey, knowing that the bomb shop might have rolled rare, you'd rather find that early rather than now we're in.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That if it's going to be your rare shop, it's centrally located in the map. It could be way up in Death Mountain in a very inconvenient place. So not the worst. Oh, we have a staircase here in that one weird Lost Woods flute spot that I always forget whenever Mixed Quest Overworld's on. No, that's not the level. Oh, is he trying to... Oh, okay. chessjerk is trying to whistle to 3, maybe? Is that where he's headed? Ah, no, he's headed up to the grave. Okay. Yeah, chessjerk is really prioritizing doing the whistle checks. The second quest spot with whistle checks to see if that unlocks a dungeon. I like the one of the things I've learned in playing Randomizer last year is that a lot of runners have the general preferences. There's a spot that opens. It's not our level, but a lot of runners in tournament play will, when they get an item that unlocks certain spots, they'll try to prioritize using it early on the thinking, as Captain Green enters level 8, that on the thinking that if I have something that my opponent may not yet, I should press that advantage. As Captain Green gets the bad news about level 8.
Sort of same play that chessjerk did.
Did he try to pirouette that door, the open screen in 8 to see if the bomb hole opened to the north? I have to think he did.
Entirely possible. Chessjerk has to be careful here at 1 heart left.
Oh, he went for team middle on the money making game and came up empty, so he's going to retry.
I believe there's only one big recorder spot remaining, other than the level 2, the vanilla level 2, which is actually where chessjerk seems to be going right now. The one on Debt Mountain's looming pretty huge. If I'm one of the runners right now.
Yeah, it's kind of out of the way, but it's certainly, I mean, it's entirely possible that this check that chessjerk's about to do here at first quest vanilla 2, second quest vanilla 3, is what we're looking for. But yeah, that'd be rattling around in the back of my head too if I was chessjerk. That's not the answer. It is a medium secret. So you'll definitely take that. Yeah, and to clarify something in chat, the overworld is mixed first quest overworld, not full second quest overworld. So that gives us the maximum number of spots that our runners will have to check. Some first quest spots may not open by burning or by bombing open a cave, but some might. Oh, chessjerk tried to check that spot, and we have a term called getting Y-forced when you pick up the Triforce when you don't want to. Did chessjerk get Y-fluted, getting picked up by the whirlwind when he didn't want to?
Sounds like a possibility, yeah.
There's probably a cuter term for it than that. I just don't know what it is. Chat, if you have any ideas. Oh, the desert checks are things we haven't... this is good routing on chessjerk's part. He's going to check these 3 desert spots that may pop open because they are second quest flute opening spots. And then probably screen scroll over to pretty much exactly where Captain Green's going now and do that 1 Death Mountain check. This is good routing. Well, one of them opened. Is this our answer? No, but Captain Green has found level 1 up on Eastern Death Mountain.
Gold if you're Captain Green. This, however, the enemy set less gold.
Yeah, very much so. But 1 isn't a level that has a reputation for eating keys, and him having the NE key means he can just kind of plow through a lot of these rooms and see what he can clear and what he can't. He's going to check and see. I would check and see if a boomerang shot knocks out anything on these Moldorms. And he's going to do that here. It doesn't. Or no, okay, arrow does. He's going to get the map, and... Alright, no super room for CaptainGreen7 here as he picks up his Triforce in 1. I would be stunned if he doesn't go right back in there. Yeah, chat, Space Invaders is what I thought of at first, but I'm trying to come up with something else. As Chester's going to take a peek here in level 4.
Someone pulling a mushroom from its stem or something?
Ooh, yes, that's good. Yeah.
Got mentioning a pole vaulter going over the bar. I can see that.
Yeah, going over, arching the back. Yeah, I can see that. All right, nice, nice swordless clip there into the triangle, into the diamond stair. That is our transport, so that's not the item. But Captain Green will keep digging. And ew, that's not a fun mug or a heart or a bomb. You kind of need both of those, but Captain Green's going to give up the heart here. On Captain Green's side, did those whiz robes roll up a little bit, or are they standard HP?
It's 3 bombs to take 1 down, so it's somewhere near normal. I wouldn't say they're completely normal yet.
Those ropes rolled up, though. That took 4 arrow shots. That is 7 or 8 HP. Ah, this is nice on Captain Green's side.
Ask me if I had to spend 4 bombs and a ton of my money on beating up on all those enemies, get a ladder? Oh yeah, any day.
Oh, absolutely. The question will be at what point does there's a power bracelet on the floor in 1. 1 is a very fruitful dungeon to get to. Because you've got 2 very important items. As Chester's going to grab his bow out of level 4, he's going to be very happy about that. And a nice bomb force on Captain Green's side to get his bomb count back up to 7. And he remembered Captain Green was about to go towards Spectacle Rock, but he remembered that this block here on this arrow screen in second quest can push. It doesn't here, but he's putting that power bracelet to immediate good use.
I suppose at this point, the battle's going to be power bracelet versus recorder. Which one's going to have the overworld block? Or is neither of them going to have it?
Yeah, there's still one rat spot we haven't seen yet. Ooh, all the bombs for chessjerk there, killing those orange dark nuts. All right, and to our point before about immediately prioritizing power bracelet spots, Captain Green does just that at the northeast spot and finds level 2.
Now we know that the recorder is effectively useless and the power bracelet was to play. Captain Green's got to be feeling pretty good now.
Yeah, that flute's not going to have nearly as much utility as chessjerk hoped. As Captain Green is immediately going to answer our question of how soon is he going to prioritize getting the book off the coast, and the answer is really soon. He's going to grab that, and my guess is he's going to duck right back into 2 with the knowledge of what shape he's up against in 2.
With 1 item on the board here in 2. This could wrap up the this could be a hugely important item for all we know.
Oh, absolutely. And we mentioned second quest enemies being one of the flags here. We just saw an example of that in that room that Captain Green up 8 from. Those Stalfos shoot beam swords, and those beam swords do 2 hearts of damage.
So welcome into our Raiders from SpeedGaming 2. Welcome into this quarterfinal matchup of the Zelda 1 Randomizer All Boards No Swords tournament. Captain Green leads this best-of-3 series 1-0 and can advance to the Final Four with a win tonight.
Absolutely. We are 33 minutes in. Our runners have made a good deal of progress. You can see the item count here on the board. But Captain Green has an advantage right now in that he knows where level 2 is and that it is blocked by an overworld item, in this case the Power Bracelet.
Then you've got the left side blue landmines, and they rolled up as well.
Yeah, that ladder is paying immediate dividends for Captain Green. That room on Green Tunic coming in from the left would be next to impossible to handle coming in without the ability to protect yourself on the ladder. So this is interesting on chessjerk's side. I don't believe. Oh no, our tracker's saying that chessjerk did pick up arrows. So I was gonna say if he hadn't picked up arrows and instead prioritized getting a potion over getting arrows, that would have been an interesting choice. But if he already has arrows, then he's all set.
Interesting price on the potions as well. 39 for the blue, 57 for the red.
Yeah, those aren't terrible prices. And oh, hello. Speaking of arrows. That's a great find for Captain Green on the floor.
And you can't ask for much more. And honestly, at this point, we're looking at 1 item in 7, 2 items in 8, and boat in 9. Where's that wand?
Yeah, that's the last piece of the puzzle we have to figure out here. If it's in a dungeon like, oh gosh, where have we not been? The spiciest thing, I suppose. Well, no, there are 2 spicy ways you could have this go. One would be deep in 8, as chat's suggesting. The other would be buried in 9. So there's some potential here for some trolliness still.
Captain Green not seen all dungeons yet?
That's a good question. I think he has seen all of them. We know where level 8 is. I don't know if he... No, he does know where level 8 is, because he walked into that room with all the whiz robes and pieced out.
With good reason.
Oh, absolutely. Even with the firepower he has now, I don't know that I'd want to go there right away.
Considering it's the first room in the dungeon, it's like, pass?
Yeah, hard pass. Oh, nice candle boost by Captain Green to get around those red bubbles. Both our runners have avoided Grandpa Link status tonight, or at least so far. So we'll see if that holds throughout the rest of the seat.
There's still quite a bit of time left, and who knows? Those things might be in 9.
Oh, I am hoping they're in 9. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Also, a quick reminder for those of you interested in participating in the Speed Gaming Live 2022 tournament. The sign-up window is closing in just about an hour and 20 minutes. There are links available in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Discord, as well as SpeedGaming Discord. So if you feel like participating in the tournament, well, still quite a bit of room.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great call out, Phoenix, and that does promise to be a lot of fun. Very interesting event. All right, both our runners are in 7 now, which is interesting. chessjerk now has the compass, so he can see what direction he needs to go to pick up his Triforce. That Gliok room is going to be a problem, however.
The one that knocked that thing out, and right now, that's not an option.
Well, some fancy footwork on both runners' sides to avoid AARP status here. Is they're both going to up an A out of that room because they can't progress further. Are we wand blocked out of level 7?
Sounds like it. And with that in mind, does that mean our runners are going to have to get through that painful level 8?
Oh, that's interesting. I think you're right. And that, well, hope you guys enjoy bombs, because you're going to need them to get through that room. Okay, Shaddy's gonna, or Captain Green is gonna take. Oh, Shaddy's in the chat. Captain Green is on the screen, and he's gonna try and find a way to get around this room. He's gonna take this key door down and get shooted out of further progress. Yeah, looks like we are. Juan blocked in 7, so to 8 we go.
And another fun fact for those of you watching, the winner of this matchup will take on Shaddy in the final 4.
Yep, Shaddy. Did he win his Elite 8 matchup last night? Did I see that right?
And he did.
Yeah, there were no slouches in the Swiss rounds of this tournament, but definitely when you get down to the final 4 in this tournament, given the caliber of competition throughout, that matchup, whoever faces Shaddy, that promises to be a very juicy matchup.
You say final 4, I'm gonna go out and just go. The entire Elite 8 is just pretty much a who's who of the talent here in the Zelda 1 Randomizer. And even that's not saying enough. This entire field has been incredible, and it has been a fight for these runners since the first matchup of Swiss.
Oh, absolutely. I think I said this like a week or two ago. I was on comms for like a first or second round matchup, and I said, if you had told me that matchup was, at the start of this, if you had told me that was the finals, I would have totally believed you. That's how deep and how talented this field is. So, and the matches, particularly in the bracket rounds, have all been really close and very interesting, and shown a high level. And the runners have shown a high level of skill in managing the obstacles that have been thrown at them in a seedless format.
Swordless has always been the barrier for part of this community, myself included. I can't play swordless worth anything really. But watching this, and I'm just going like, okay, these runners don't even have a sword, and they can clear swordless seeds faster than I can clear sworded seeds. Well, we've got a problem here.
Yeah, I felt kind of the same way, but at the same time, I mean, seeing all the tips and tricks that the runners have been able to use, that everybody in the tournament has been able to use to get around and manage combat and manage resources, it does give me some hope that, if I keep working at it, maybe one day I'll feel comfortable enough to to not immediately cringe when I think of running a swordless seed. So, yeah, this tournament's been great in a lot of ways.
We have seen level 5. BBQ, do you remember where it is? Because it's been a while since we've seen it.
Ooh, I don't. That's right. Chat, thank you, chat. It's at vanilla level 6. That's where it is. It's up in the grave.
Absolutely correct. Thank you for that, chat.
Yeah. Oh no, chessjerk made the same call. You gotta have heart so you can give away a heart in level 1 to a mugger. Oh, well, Captain Green's in 8, and he got the map, but, man, he took a death, and that is a gross level 8.
Yeah, especially on Green Tunic, this is going to be a pain.
Yeah, now the one silver lining here in this particular room is, once Captain Green's able to clear it, so long as he does not leave the dungeon, because there are bubbles in that room, he will be able, that dungeon will remain cleared so long as he doesn't leave the dungeon. If he dies and has to go back to start, or if he up and A's and goes back to start, as chessjerk grabs his ladder out of level 1.
And right here we see Captain Green with the pause strats. I'd love to explain more about it, but that's something I've seen, but I can't make sense of, unfortunately.
Yeah, cognitively, I get it that it makes sense. As chessjerk's going to check his last whistle blocks overworld spot and find that it's not the level. In my mind, I get it that you can use pause strats to kind of get your way around and get through tight quarters, but just in the heat of the moment, in the heat of battle, yeah, that's another thing entirely to be able to manage dealing with that. Now, this is an interesting room for Captain Green. He's got 15 rupees and 1 bomb, so he's going to be limited in how much damage he can do to those pancakes, which don't drop anything and are notorious for eating not just Link but resources. Oh, when he's got a choice to make here, do you spend your 1 bomb to go up in that room? And he's going to do it.
That had been the other bomb upgrade. Yikes.
Yeah, now Captain Green's got a problem here because he needs to be able to get bombs. And in order to progress further in the dungeon, he's going to need to maximize his utility of resources here in order to be able to clear this room and advance further. Otherwise, he's going to have to go back to start. Oh, when he got caught by the like there, so he's going to have to. He does a full reset, so back to start he goes. Okay, chessjerk has found level 2 now, so he's got the news. He's cleared level 1 fully. He got both items out of there. First check of a power bracelet spot he did, and he is going to clear this room. I thought he might not clear that room but once he saw the 2 blue land moles spawn up on the top part of this room.
This level 8 is nothing short of pain, and will level 8 be the mini-grade equalizer?
I think it's certainly shaping up that way.
Absolutely.
To answer your question in chat, yeah, chessjerk does have both items. He has the ladder and the power bracelet out of 1. He had to have the power bracelet in order to be able to enter 2, which was at one of the northeast vanilla power bracelet spot. That was a room full of bunnies on chessjerk's side. Was that our first appearance of bunnies? Did we see bunnies in level 8 at all when we were in there?
I think we've seen bunnies, but chessjerk sure can smile seeing that one right there.
Okay, now this is interesting. Captain Green is in 6. He doesn't need this Triforce, but he is going to do at least a little bit of looking around as chessjerk gets his Triforce out of level 2. He's going to do a little bit of looking around since he's here to see if this is an item he needs. We know he doesn't need this item, but it's interesting that he's deciding to dig this now.
And let's point out that chessjerk just tied up the Triforce score at 6 apiece and has the info that Captain Green doesn't have right now. Chessjerk's heading to 8 knowing that's the play.
Yeah, that's a really good point. On the one hand, chessjerk did sink a decent amount of time in checking all those whistle spots and coming up early. But on the other hand, he also knows, to your point, this is the play. This is where he needs to be to get his wand, because it can't, by definition, it cannot be in 9 because you need the wand to advance in 7. So he's gonna plow through here and try to preserve bombs and make as good a use of the resources he has. Nice quad shot there to get all 4 whiz ropes hit with 1 bomb. He's got 3 bombs to his name, and he'll get his map here in a second.
In chat, CD Improv in chat, noting that the tracker app sometimes can be fairly temperamental at times and just refuse to work from time to time. And yeah, we'll get that fixed pretty shortly, everybody.
Yeah. It's the Friday before Labor Day weekend. Everyone's refusing to work.
It's a computer program. Indeed, CD.
CD and chat. Yes, I too wish I could refuse to work. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't work that way most of the time. Okay, so Chester's been able to get his bomb count back up to 8, which is going to be good news for him. Captain Green was not able to progress. He ran out of bombs here. So Chester's going to be able to see more of this map than Captain Green was in his first go-round. That could save him a significant amount of time.
With Captain Green just getting Y-Force there in 6, needs to keep searching for that item, which he doesn't know he doesn't need.
Yeah, I'm interested that he's choosing to dig. Oh, candle. Oh, we have slow link. Oh, we finally got slow link. 49 minutes in. Oh, boo! He drank the potion right away. We only got like a few seconds of Grandpa Link.
The potion taken is one of the 5 ways to negate the red bubble curse. Up A and save is another. Triforce touch. Oh, that isn't that isn't it, and nor is it for Chester. Potion, blue bubble touch, Triforce,
Fairy Fountain,
up an A, and Fairy Fountain is number 5. Yes.
Yeah, and also the keto diet. No, I'm just kidding. That's not. That's not one of them. Yeah, I think this was the room where Chester found his whistle. Yes, it is. Yeah, it was a ways into 6. Chester did spend a decent amount of time in 6, and so did Captain Green. So that ends up kind of being a wash. Okay, this looks like Chester's going to be setting up a bomb count here. He intentionally took a bop from the Moldorm. Yeah, and he's going to try to set that up, get his bomb count back up, and nicely done.
Now it's going to probably be a race to the wand here in level 8, and whoever takes this could have the advantage coming home.
Yeah, that room right there is a potential stair block room, but with 5 bombs, that is no bueno. However, we could be seeing another bomb force here on Chester's side to get his bomb count back up to the max 8. Nicely done there. So here's a question, Phoenix. We saw a bomb upgrade really early, I think in level 5. Does either runner go back and get that, knowing what they're up against in 8?
Too expensive right now. It's 120 rupees there.
Yeah, no, I know it is. But yeah, if you get to a point where you just can't do anything reasonably in 8, do you either think about that, or Captain Green's got 10 hearts? Do you do that mags check in the Deadwoods?
20% chance for a +2 bomb upgrade. I don't know if it's worth it. Right now, the name of the game might just be bomb conservation.
Yeah. Ooh, orange whiz robes are beefy tonight. All right, both runners have sunk a good amount of time in 8. Still no item yet, although this could be a drop room. Or not a drop room, a push block room, sorry. It is, and what do we have?
The other one.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Chester briefly thought about passing on it, knowing that the wand has to be here in 8. But it is some repeatable offense in the interim, so it's probably worth like the 15 seconds it takes to go pick it up.
Wait, important items are in 9 in this flag set, right?
Yes, they are. The wand can't be in this case. We're assuming that the Triforce in level 7 is blocked by that Gliok that was in that room, because we had that one shoot room and that other path was not available to get around it. So we're assuming that the wand has to be here in 8 because we can't progress otherwise. Said Captain Green did the same little head fake. He's like, red candle, nope. Well, oh, fine.
Yeah, I can't exactly blame him. That's not what I'd want to find either in this spot. That, meanwhile, a bomb pack surrounded by blue bubbles? Yeah, alright, come on and hit me, I don't care.
Yeah, damage boost me all the way across the room, please. Just give me those bombs.
chessjerk was hoping that would be the play right there. It could have been.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen a good chunk of this map. The runners have been down in the southeast, and they've been in the east part. So the item's got to be up here. Somewhere, doesn't it?
Or it's in that blue Wizrobe room.
Oh, yes, it could be there. Could be in this room, too. That's
Absolutely.
slightly less annoying, but just as annoying.
Well, it depends if those blue Wizrobes shuffle out of the rotation.
Yes, it does. Let's find out if they do. Yeah, they do. Okay. And, well, but it's nothing.
No dice. It's just a red herring there for chessjerk. However, wait a sec. This is a dead giveaway.
All right. Is this a... Yeah, I thought it had to be. But, interesting.
Fair enough. This, however, could be as well, even if it's a pain in the neck.
Okay, so the question here is going to be, what will despawn when he goes back into that room? This room is also potential push block room. Okay, on Captain Green's side, he finds the staircase, and okay, interesting.
Captain Green's out of bombs, though. That could cause a problem.
Ooh, that's not good. And he can't force a bomb in the Moldorm room. Oh no!
chessjerk finding another room that doesn't give him what he wants.
Yeah, he may have to respawn and despawn that room. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to pass.
That key-locked room, I can't blame him. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's a shutter. There's a shutter there. That won't be the room he wants either.
Ah, nice bomb drop for chessjerk.
Honestly, right now there's very few plays left for chessjerk. That room might be a super room. It is not. Just don't get Y-forced.
Well, that bomb radius on the Aquamenus there was interesting. Okay, is this our room? No, it is not.
That room, chessjerk brought the shuffle on, starting to loom again.
Yeah, this is... Oh, Captain Green exits level 8. He's out of bombs, and he's not able to get them any other way. He's going to have to re-clear that room at the start.
And that means bomb purchases, or not at 10, unfortunately.
You're right there, though. It was worth a peek. I mean, you're fishing for bombs anyway, so... All right. Meanwhile, on chessjerk's side, he is respawning and despawning that room to try to get those Wizrobes out of the way. Nope, that's going to be the extent to which he can do that. Now, he'll kill this Wizrobe, and the question is he going to try to stick around and kill those two? Or no, he's going to exit and despawn them.
Problem here for Chester is the blue Wizrobes take 3 bombs. The orange ones take 2, and he's going to need to hit both of those to keep going.
He needs to get this hit here, and he gets it. Okay, we have a push block. What do we got?
Is this it? It is. There's the wand. A key bomb placement, and Chester is out of this 8 with the lead.
And he does an immediate save. He's going to rack up bombs, and he's going to go pick up those 2 Triforces that he doesn't have. Starting with the one he knows is wand blocked.
Not to mention with the easy bomb drops.
Yep, and to your exact point, he's going to keep entering and exiting 7 and beat up on these bomb droppers until he gets at least a 4-pack, probably 8. And he's got it there. He remembers to kill those last 2 on the screen so that when he exits, if he needs bombs, all of them will respawn, not just those 2. So, back to face that Gleeok. Normally in Swordless, you try to avoid Gleeoks at all costs, but sometimes the game just says, yeah, about that. No, Fairy, come here. We need the heart. There you go, okay. That Fairy was playing hard to get.
Here's another question for you. Well, actually, no. Honestly, it could be a moot point, but if you're chessjerk right now, you're in 7, you know one of the 3 items left is your red ring. Do you make the play to dig it to try and find it?
We're an hour in, and he's just now finding that one. So I think, never mind. I was going to give you a lengthy answer, but the answer is, yeah, no, he's going to get it.
Yeah, no, when you see it right there, you don't ask the question of, am I getting this red ring? No, don't. Don't ask the question. Just go. It's there. Grab it.
Yeah, red ring, 9 heart. Yeah, absolutely. You take that and run. Hi, Meat Block. We'll talk to you later, or we won't. Either way. Oh, Captain Green is out of bombs again, and he's always going to have to restart. Yeah, he's going to have to clear that room again.
I can tell you what Chester really, really wants. It's right there in the next room.
Yep, what he wants is to be done with 7. And he's going to be done with 7 in a matter of seconds, as soon as he takes care of these blue Dark Notes who rolled down a little bit.
Of course, the Wall Masters play troll and say, hey, you're not quite done in this room just yet.
Okay, so chessjerk is off to level 5, which we know is at vanilla level 6. He'll be there in a matter of moments, and then he just has to make his way over by vanilla start to hit level 9. So, yeah, chessjerk has the lead. It's not insurmountable, because level 9 can absolutely do level 9 things. But advantage chessjerk right now.
Agree, and as shown by the tracker, we now know the items in level 9. It is the White Sword Bomb upgrade and the Raft. One of those 2 is slightly more valuable than the other.
That's a kind way to put it. I like that. Okay, we haven't been in level 5 in about 55 minutes, but we're going to head back in there. As Captain Green ducks back into 8, he's got a full complement of bombs. Let's see if he can make the most of it. Well, there's that bomb upgrade no one is getting, but it's good to know that it's there.
Yeah, I can see chessjerk muttering a few words to that old man while he passes by that bomb upgrade.
Yeah, and could you make an argument that his purchase of the blue ring early when he was full up on rupees has been worth it, even though he has the red ring now? Because I think I could make an argument that was a useful purchase. All right, Captain Green's going to be able to handle this room easily. He's got 4 bombs left.
Look at the speed of which chessjerk finds that Triforce at 5. He's off to 9. He's got that ticket.
Wow, this is really fun to watch. All right, he's going to whistle to... Okay, he whistled to 7. Not where he meant to whistle to. All right, he's whistling to 4. Which, yeah, okay. That only puts him like 2-3 screens away. Or 1, excuse me. There we go. No, it's 3. I was right the first time. It's up at the potion shop. Numbers are hard, folks.
I believe chessjerk also has that red potion, or at least blue.
I think you're right. Yeah, he didn't have to use it when he was in 8. Captain Green, meanwhile, had to use both of his potions, as we see the letter right there on his start screen. So, Phoenix, what are we looking for in 9?
We're looking for the old roar in the door. That roar is the roar of Ganon, which will be heard if you're if Ganon is in an adjacent room to where you're standing. The door, meanwhile, will be the single shuttered room that won't open if you kill off the enemies if Ganon is still standing. If Ganon is gone, however, well, that door's going to slam open the moment he steps in the room. That room will have the kidnap, and should chessjerk be first to find it, will be his ticket to a game 3.
Absolutely, as chessjerk has to pay a second mugger with his favorite substance, hearts. Yeah, question in chat that chessjerk did not pick up the book when he got the ladder. Will that hurt him in 9? I mean, it kind of depends on how quickly he can find the map, if he's able to find the map. But yeah, a little interesting that he didn't. Phoenix, do you think that it's because he thinks he needs to go full gas and doesn't have the time available to detour and pick up the book?
I don't believe there was a level anywhere close to that, so...
Yeah, that's right.
Again, an hour 6, your tournament life's on the line, and a ticket to the Final 4 might be slipping away from you for all he knows.
Yep, makes sense to me. Captain Green's using pause strats to try to get max use of that bomb. Wow, nice drop for him. He hit all 5 whiz ropes with that one bomb. He's able to get the bomb drop to refill him. But no dice in this room. We know that's not where the push block is. It's all the way up in that far northeast corner under the T. He's gonna burn the block just for good measure. All right, on chessjerk's side, he's taking another stair. Runners have different views on. Do you take stairs or not? There's a roar, by the way. And there's a door that doesn't open. Well.
Oh my goodness. This could be gold for chessjerk right there. If that bomb opens, that is the room, and it is not. However,
okay. Go ahead.
chessjerk now knows Ganon's location. Can he get there?
He knows his location. He also saw the map, so chessjerk loves hearts, but he hates maps, I think, because he didn't pick that map up when he saw it in that reverse C room. He is going to kill this Patra, though, to see if he can get into Ganon's room from the south. Ah, well, there's our answer why you couldn't bomb in that room just south of Ganon, as here, 1 hour and 8 minutes, here's Ganon in a moat room.
One of the most hated rooms to fight Ganon. chessjerk will need 7 to 8 shots of that magical wand to take out Ganon and get the bacon.
Oh, he's got the stun lock. Oh, he had it for a second, he lost it, but he's got 4 or 5 hits already. And Ganon has been baconated, and chessjerk is just a couple of rooms away from finding Zelda. He can't get to her from that direction. He's going to have to take the long way around. Well, Phoenix, I don't know what you had planned tomorrow night, but I have plans now for tomorrow night.
Game 3 between chessjerk and CaptainGreen7, perhaps?
Yeah, I might squeeze in some dinner beforehand, but yeah, that is definitely on the menu as well.
It's about to happen. As get your GGs out in chat, everybody, for your race winner here tonight, chessjerk, with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 23 seconds.
Yep, and Captain Green with an immediate forfeit. Don't blame him one bit. My gosh, that 8 was a giant pain for both runners, but chessjerk was able to power through and find the wand in 8, and that powered him the rest of the way.
chessjerk will tie the series up 1 game apiece. Game 3 tomorrow night, 10 p.m., as we are now joined by our race winner, chessjerk. GG's.
Thank you very much. How you doing tonight?
We're doing great. You've got to be feeling pretty good tonight. Getting that wand out of that gross level 8 really unlocked things for you.
Well, it's another one of those situations where if it wasn't there, I don't know where it could have been, because I'm pretty sure that 7 was wand blocked. So if it wasn't there, I had a huge tracker problem.
Yep, you are correct. 7 was absolutely wand blocked, as we are also joined in chat by CaptainGreen7. Captain Green, GG's, welcome.
Thank you. GG chessjerk.
GG, Captain.
So the difference in this one seemed to be level 8. I'd like to hear both of you guys' thoughts about 8. We knew when both of you first went into the dungeon that dungeon was going to be gross, given that first room coming in from the entrance. But yeah, it didn't get much better from there.
Yeah, I don't think I noped out of a level that fast when I found it early in the seed and was woefully under-equipped for it. Like, Wizrobes? Nope, see ya. No, thank you. But then I cleared everything else and figured out that 7 was wand blocked, and my only other dungeon was 8, so I figured, I guess we're digging 8 then. And it was a pretty disgusting 8, now that I really think about it.
Yeah, it was disgusting in a lot of respects. The enemy sets were gross. The kind of choke points you had to go through certain rooms were thick with enemies, and there were a bunch of enemies that were in rooms that looked like they were your solution in terms of potential push blocks for the item, but ended up coming up empty.
I'm looking at my tracker, and I did not visit every room. I'm missing 1 room. But I did pass up at least, I think, 2 other rooms that could have been push blocks, I think, that were worse than the room that ended up being the right room. So I definitely feel lucky that I picked the right one. I was frustrated because I checked the maze room in the top left corner, which was just orange Wizrobes. And after clearing that and getting nothing, realizing I didn't have enough bombs to clear the room that ended up having the one, I thought, oh, man. So luckily I went backwards and checked some other stuff, and luckily the Vyres respawned and dropped me a bomb. So I had just enough bombs to clear that room.
Yeah, you got that in that room with the push block, which Captain Green, so save you some time when you watch this back. It was in that room that right under the T, the top room under the T on your map. Yeah, you had to enter and exit that room 3 or 4 different times to try to despawn some of the enemies, and you eventually got to the point where you had 3 Wizrobes and limited bombs, but you used your last 2 bombs wisely to clear that room.
It was fortunate that the pancakes, they were in the middle of the pack, so that allowed me to use arrows to clear them out and save the bombs. But if they had been lower priority, that room would have been pretty disgusting, even more so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Captain Green, GG, you ran a really, really good race. Just that 8 was just disgusting.
Yeah, everything was free up until then. Jet seed before that, and on the right when I should have hung left. Cleared out that blue Wizrobe room that turned out to not be a blue push block, and was finally, I think, making my way down the right path when chessjerk finished.
Yep, you were a few screens away there. But yeah, the seed was relatively friendly up until you both got to look at 8 and said, "Oh." Were you both thinking at that point, boy, I really hope I don't have to dig 8?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But you almost know, given how the seeds go, that it had to be required just because of how gross the first room was.
Oh yeah, no, and we were saying in chat, both in chat and on commentary, that yeah, the seed hasn't been too bad so far. But if it really wanted to be trolly, it would bury something important deep in 8 or deep in 9. Now 9 turned out to be not as bad, but burying an important item deep in 8 was, yeah, that's a trolly way to go.
I was also frustrated that I spent all that time digging the recorder out of 6. Was the recorder needed at all? I don't think it was. I don't think I found anything useful under a recorder spot.
Yeah, it was not. And you were the first to find the recorder in 6, and we noticed that you immediately prioritized checking all the overworld recorder spots to see if that was your overworld block. Turned out it was not. We only had one overworld block in this seed, and it was level 2.
Yep. But especially given Mixed Quest, I mean, you think that one of the, 11 spots would have something under them, but I think maybe, 2 or 3 of them at most even had anything under them. I think one had a small secret, and one had I found a big secret at Vanilla 7, so that was nice. A lot of money in this seed, always nice. It was also nice that I found the bow, and then found the arrow shop, and then found a big secret right next to it. I was like, oh, okay, I can afford arrows now. Thank you very much, game.
You could also afford a blue ring, so yeah, money was not an issue. Plus, getting the NE key, both of you got the NE key fairly early, so that resolved any potential key starved issues you might have had. I'm resisting. I'm using all my powers to resist making a gauntlet pun, chessjerk. So you know.
I can't imagine why. Never restrain yourself. It's always worth it.
All right, fair enough. Well, that 8 really was running the gauntlet, and
thank you.
It proved to be okay. I feel better now.
I give it a B+. I like the effort. Thank you.
It's Friday night, you know.
It is. I figured I'd get some comments about giving up 2 hearts because got to give up heart. We did about that.
we did mention that, and we speculated that effect that made you feel worse than maybe some other runners, that you had to go that route because the other option was just not viable.
Yeah, given how expensive the bomb upgrade was, and White Sword bombs were in 9, and yeah, it was. I was hurting for bombs a lot of the time. I don't know how long I grinded the red gorillas outside level 7. I mean, how many bomb drops did I get off of them? I don't think I got many. Luckily they went down to just a blue candle, but still, there were many kills and not many bomb drops.
Yeah, no, but you made good use of that resource being right outside level 7 and right by your start screen. So yeah, you did it 4 or 5 times, I think. Both times you were over there. But yeah, no, that is a definite. That was definitely handy, particularly given the bomb issues that you ran into in level 8.
Did I even find a bomb shop? I can't remember if I found one. Oh, there's one near Vanilla Start. Okay.
Yeah, and that apparently was the rare shop.
Okay. I mean, I have all of Death Mountain pretty much unexplored, so could have been up there. And also other power bracelet spots and raft spots. Well, one of the raft spots was a Take Any Road, so I knew we weren't going to have a repeat of the previous seed with 2 raft block dungeons, but, whatever.
That
can't have everything.
Yeah, well, you had 0 in this seed, so I guess it averages out.
We'll see what Game 3 has. Game 3 could still bring it back to where it's supposed to be, which is averaging 2 per seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, for folks who didn't hear earlier, Game 3 of this matchup, Elite 8 matchup between chessjerk and Captain Green will be tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, same time as tonight. If the first 2 matches are any indication, anything can happen in Game 3, but this promises to be really entertaining. Both of you put on a really, really fun show tonight.
Thank you very much. And always GG to Captain Green. I always enjoy facing you, despite the fact that I don't win very often. But I think I'm 2-6 against you now, approximately. I really have no idea, but it's pretty tilted in your favor. And I'm trying to come back so hard. So we'll see how Game 3 goes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, we've faced each other a lot over the years, Battle Royales, weeklies, tournaments. Like,
yes, we have. We'll face each other at least one more time.
Indeed.
After the tie in Game 3 is coming. Oh, spoilers! Sorry. But yeah, thanks for commentary and tracking and everything. As always, it's always an honor to be restreamed and to continue on in the tournament. So I guess we'll play one more for you.
We're really looking forward to it. Thanks to you both for putting on a really good show tonight. We had a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and good luck in Game 3 tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Be there, be square, gotta have heart.
All right. Well, thanks to both runners. And thanks to Cam and Renikai for doing tracking behind the screens and Diesel Pilot for doing the setup for us. Phoenix, that was a fun race.
Absolutely, yeah. But we're here in the quarterfinals. All races are going to be must-see at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Boy, this race was tight right up until level 8 threw all sorts of curveballs and junk balls at the runners. But, man, once chessjerk got the wand, it was blitz mode from there on out.
Absolutely. And tomorrow night, Game 3, one of these runners are going to face Shaddy in the semifinals.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that. Like I said, I think I've got some plans tomorrow night around 10 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not going to be out on the road anytime around there. I'm going to be watching that race, looking forward to it.
Indeed. And one last plug for everybody who's still watching. The signups for Speed Gaming Live's Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament are closing at the top of the current hour.
Oh, that's a great call out. Yeah, no, you've got about 38 minutes to sign up if you're still interested in signing up for that. It promises to be a really fun event. So feel free to sign up. The links are in the Discord for the Z1 Randomizer.
That, I believe it's about time we start wrapping up. BBQ, anything else before we send these fine people somewhere at another channel?
None from my end. Great to do commentary with you. Always fun. And thanks to Cam for doing the tracking tonight. Looking forward to a great Game 3 tomorrow night.
Absolutely, BBQ. Thanks for commentating with me. It was a fantastic race. Great working with you as always. And indeed, thank you to Cami and Renikai for the tracking. chessjerk and Captain Green, thank you both for a fantastic race. And thank you to the Speed Gaming community for allowing us to restream our tournament on their channels. And I want to thank you. I want to thank a special thank you to all the viewers for sticking around. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you all for showing up and encouraging our runners here tonight. BBQ, anything else?
No, I echo all those sentiments. Thanks to everybody. This was a ton of fun, and we got more fun in store for you same time tomorrow night.
Same time tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern for the Game 3 between chessjerk and CaptainGreen7. Also, one more match in the quarterfinal round. That'll be Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Game 3 between Saber and Bogey. So, on behalf of my co-commentator, bbq.gov, our tracker, Cami and Renikai, our racers, CaptainGreen7, chessjerk, Speed Gaming community, and everyone here at the Zelda 1 Randomizer community. I am Moonrisen Phoenix. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow night for more Zelda 1 Randomizer action. Good night, everybody.